Yo, 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 yo. What up? What up? What up? What's going on? What's going on? Let's grab this thing. Let's grab the share button. Grab this thing. Let's grab the share button. Let us post this on the book real quick. I can post this on Facebook real quick. Listen, folks, know we're live. We're live right now, talking about purpose and direction. On YouTube right now. What up? What up? What up? What up? What's going on, man? We here. Day 14, man. Day 14, day 14. And all I've been thinking about today was like 14 days without food is fucking brutal. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, I feel great, but like this shit is insane, man. Like I'm proud of myself. Down in weight, right? Under 200 pounds. And I'm getting stronger, right? Still working out, running, pull-ups, push-ups, ab rollers. I feel my stomach tightening up, right? I could increase the sets, but I'm also not trying to faint. I'm not trying to kill myself, right? Some people will push themselves. I'm not eating. Like if I was eating, then it's different, right? I might push myself a little more, but I'm being calm with myself and like taking this thing slow, right? I still got a long way to fucking go, right? But yeah, man, day 14, 14 days, no food, 14 days water, coconut water. Absolutely brutal. While streaming, while working out, all right, absolutely brutal. But I give thanks for the coconut water, man. Once upon a coconut, right? It's definitely hydrating, definitely nourishing, definitely is a big part of why my energy is still up. My energy's up, right? Like if I had to do things, I could do them. But I'm also like fasting state is also like a resting state, right? So when I can find those pockets of rest where I can just be, do nothing, right? Especially with my body, like maybe my mind is doing something, but when I can just lay down and be and allow my body to like rest, I'm taking those moments, especially because I'm still inside. Right, when I go outside, I might have those times as well, but it's gonna be different. Laying outside is different than laying inside, right? So as much as I can lay inside, I'm gonna fucking lay inside, right? I'm giving myself that. I am absolutely giving myself that grace, that compassion, and that's okay, right? It's okay to fucking lay down. And it's okay, right? Like you're fasting, you're not eating, right? And like you're really trying to fucking build something, right? Like not just working out, not just streaming, but really trying to think about how the fuck do we build this world healing system, and how do I get how do we build traction, right? Get more people to fucking contribute. People are seeing it. I'm texting people, right? And yeah, it's a challenge, man. So it's an emotional challenge. It's physical. It's mental. All right. But I'm up for the fight, right? We got 36 more days to go. Once we hit Monday, Monday's gonna be day 17. We are a third of the way there, right? 17. Then 17 more days is 34. Then once we hit 34, it's a fucking countdown. 16 in the fucking wake up, right? So yeah, I'm happy on the journey. I'm proud of myself on this journey. Again, down under 200 pounds. So since the beginning of this fast, of this hunger strike, I've lost 25 pounds, right? A little more than 25 pounds. I think I was like 198 earlier. I checked, right? So about 27 pounds, give or take. Yeah, this is safe weight, right? As I mentioned, the first few days, the first from Saturday to Monday, Saturday to Wednesday, 5 days, 4 days, whatever that is. It was like 18 pounds gone. And then since then, it's been, right, less than 10 pounds. All right. So, yeah, really grateful. 10 pounds in 10 days is really healthy. All right. Which is why my energy, I still feel strong. And again, I owe a large part of that slower weight loss to coconut water. All right. But yeah, we here tonight. We are talking about purpose and direction. right? We are streaming every day. Even just now, I said, yo, streaming every day is crazy. All right. Streaming every day is crazy. Every night, like in the morning is one thing, right? That's our daily. I wake up, cool, right? It's tough too, but cool. Sunday light on Sundays, cool. Every night as well, 9 o'clock, like not 7 o'clock evening, right? 9 o'clock, like this shit is a lie. I'm fucking crazy. I know I am certified, right? But what the fuck we gonna do, right? Divine gave me a vision, sent me on a mission, and I'm here, and we're gonna get into it, right? Because this is part of the purpose, part of my purpose, right? And we're gonna talk about that tonight. But let's ground for a minute, right? If you will, ground with me, man. Allow yourself to find a comfortable position. You know, if you're laying, allow yourself to just be comfortable. If you're sitting, allow your feet to be planted firmly on the floor beneath you. Allow your head to lean forward so that your chin is in your chest. Allow your shoulders to relax and fall away from your ears, knowing that you are safe, knowing that you are whole, knowing that you are here for a reason to do something with your time. You're not here just because, you are here for a purpose. So just breathe for a few moments in through your nose, out through your nose, always slowly. I know there may be some people who may want you to breathe out through your mouth and force it, but we don't want to force our breath out. And maybe there's some time when that may be beneficial, but right now, easy does it. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Take one more breath with me, if you will. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Now, imagine with me for a moment, if you will, the greatest thing in your life happening to you, for you, your wildest dream coming true, living in your ideal location, marrying your dream person, having your children grow up and become everything you envisioned them to be, making an income you've always wanted to make, driving the car you've always wanted to drive, owning the business that you've always wanted to own. Whatever it is, imagine at least one thing that you've been working towards, been dreaming of. One of the greatest things that could happen to you in your life, becoming a parent for the first time or the second time or whatever the case may be. Just imagine it for a moment. Mm. Feel how it feels to live that, to be there, to be that person who is able to live their dreams, is able to manifest or make happen that which they desire most. How does that feel for you? Does it make you feel good? Does it make you feel happy? Does it make you smile? What's your response? What's your reaction? Now remember that in order for that thing, the greatest thing that could happen to you, to have happened, to be happening, to happen, there has to be some low moments. There has to be some loss. There has to be some failure. There has to be some, maybe some uncertainty, maybe some disappointment, maybe some ridicule, some separations. But the result of you enduring is that You accomplished what you set out to accomplish. You made happen what you wanted to make happen at all costs. The losses, the pain, the heartache was not in vain. So feel that sense of worth, that sense of gratitude, that sense of thanks, that sense of finally, a sense of joy, a sense of peace, of accomplishment. And allow those feelings to radiate outward to your loved ones. So call into your space a few loved ones, a parent, a child, all of your children, siblings. Just call them into your space one by one. Mm. Can you see their smiles as you call them in and tell them to feel your energy and to feel your aura, to feel your high vibration? You see them smiling and laughing, being infected with your goodness. You can put your hand over your heart. And feel the fullness that comes from not only you accomplishing what you set out to accomplish, but how that accomplishment impacts the people around you, the people you love most. Feel that fullness in your heart. Mm. Just breathe into that. Easy breath in. Easy breath out. One more. Easy breath in. Easy breath out. One more time. Easy breath in. And easy breath out. Thank you for joining me in that exercise. I hope you feel good. I hope it felt good to not just envision yourself accomplishing something that is great for you, to you, but being able to impact your loved ones with that sense of accomplishment, with that sense of joy, with that sense of purpose. Right? You fulfill the purpose that you identified for yourself, that you aligned yourself to. Right. So yeah. So tonight, man, we're talking about purpose and direction. Right. Everything we talked about so far. Right. Identity and habits and discipline is all connected. Right. And a lot of it could seem scattered. We could seem scattered without purpose. Right. And a lot of times people say, "You got to find your purpose. You got to find your purpose." And so tonight we're gonna get into purpose and direction and how it all connects and how it all works and makes sense. All right. So today's theme, again, purpose and direction. Where the fuck are you really going? Right, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Because like time is moving forward. You are alive, not just existing, going somewhere. Where are you going? So you could be extremely disciplined, right? You could be more focused. You could be more aware. But if you have no idea where you are going, what are you becoming all of that for? Like, what's the purpose? Like, what's the purpose, right? Like, what's the purpose of doing it? And a lot of people will say that. I've heard it. What's the purpose of doing this? What's the purpose of doing that? Because they don't have a direction. They don't know where they want to go. They don't know where they want to go. Like, where do you want to go? And that's why that's an important question. Where do you want to go with your life, right? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? It ties in. Who do you want to become? But even that, who do you want to become? I want to become wealthy. Everybody wants to say that, right? Yeah, I want to be rich. Okay, well, like, and then do what? Right? Where do you want to go with that wealth? What do you want to do with that wealth? Right? So yeah, man. If you don't know where you're going, that's the question we find ourselves asking. Like, for what? I'm doing all this. I'm doing the workout. I'm doing the fast. I'm doing all of this. I'm doing all of that. For what? I'm gonna stop drinking. For what, Sugar Ray? Come on. For what? I'm eating healthy. I'm eating these, what they say, rabbit food. For what? All right. So that's what we getting into tonight. The for what, the purpose, and then the where. Right? Why? and where we're going, right? So most people think purpose is something you find, as I mentioned, but it's not something that you find. You don't go find your purpose, right? It's in Christianity, in the Christian text, they will say seek and you shall find. But in Buddhism, it says do not seek, right? And then in Taoism, it says something like you go and you find and you realize that you're right back home. You're right back where you started because what you was looking for was always there, right? What you was looking for was always there. And then I heard it just generally, or read it rather years ago. Somebody said, I was looking for God and found myself. I was looking for myself and found God. It's right there. It's there, right? It's there. It's not something you find. Like it's like hidden in like the wild, right? Like it's lost somewhere. It's out there. You got to go digging and looking, right? It's something that you freaking align with. You align with your purpose, right? And we're gonna talk about how you get there in a minute, right? Like how do you align with it? Like what makes sense to you, right? And again, it's not always a big thing. It's not always a big thing. Oh, this is my purpose. I got it. It's like, nah, it starts just as direction. Like, all right, I want to be more healthy. I want to be healthier. I want to make more money. I want to longevity of my life. I want to become more intelligent, right? I want to become more educated. I want to help people, I want to help young people get off the streets. I want to help young people like get off of drugs, right? Like plethora of things, right? But it starts sometimes with just a direction, just a direction. And remember, clarity doesn't come from overthinking. You sit and you think and you think and you think and you think and you ponder and you wreck your brain trying to figure out where you're going, what's my purpose, what should I do next? Nah, start moving. Start moving. Pick a direction and go in that direction. And clarity will come. Either this is not the way to go, right? Like I'm going in the wrong direction. I do not want to go down this path. Or you find out like, you know what, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be going. And I'm telling you, like for me, right, when first changed my life, right? 2008. First thing I did, right? I told you guys before was get a video camera. I got a video camera actually when I was still in the streets. Bought it not because I was really thinking about filmmaking or thinking about like forward direction. Person ain't have no freaking money, right? And it was like I ain't want to, I'm a nice person, right? I'm pretty kind, and so I'm like, you know what? All right, I'm giving you a little bit of this, and it's a video camera. You know what? We could film on a block, pop some bottles, know what I mean, talk some shit, right? And that's what we did. Simple direction, video camera, right? Not even fully understanding one step. And then before you know it, it's like, oh, snap. I don't got to just film silly things on the block. Me and my friends popping bottles and going to clubs and counting money. I got videos, old videos of me just counting thousands of dollars, like throwing money at the camera. Like, that was then. Cool, right? But then something the wheel started turning. It was like, wait, I can actually use this camera to address issues that I care about, right? Cancer, and I documented the cancer walk, right? And had my nephew and nieces speak, right? And I started interviewing artists, right? Because I love talking to people. I always asking questions, right? How'd you get here? What's the point? Like, why are you doing this, right? Like, how does that work, right? So, yeah, and things just started to unfold. So, movement, just start moving, and then through that, right? Through video production, I did that for the first few years. Then activism came out of that. Activism and advocacy came out of that, right? And then from that, just the window started opening because first the first activism and advocacy was specifically around violence and creating a peace movement, right? That was with Erica Ford and Life Camp. That was the first bit of activism I was doing. It was, well, I guess it was, yeah, I really wasn't active around the cancer and health stuff. I just documented the walk because my sister's mother had died from cancer, breast cancer, and we did the cancer walk, and yeah, so I just filmed it. Really wasn't speaking out about it, right? But it was peace. It was violence. You gotta stop killing each other. You gotta stop killing each other. That was the first bit of activism and advocacy I really did, and then from there, I was able to connect movements. Oh wow. Food movement. Food is extremely important. Specifically, again, first thought was violence. We're violent a lot of times because of what we eat. So like started making all those connections, and then mental health, right? So movement. You start moving, you start going, and then clarity comes. And now, healthiest person on earth, wealthiest person on earth, very clear direction, very clear purpose. Why? I want to help people become their best selves. I want to help people live long and prosper. right? Like that is the ambition, that is the goal. So now what is the problem? What is the problem? A lot of people feel fucking stuck. A lot of people feel stuck. Not because they don't have potential, not because they don't have ideas, not because they don't have the energy or the essence, because they don't have direction, right? They in their head so much. They don't move, so they have no clarity. Because they have no clarity, they don't know what to do, right? They don't know what to do. They don't know which way to go. Do I go left? Do I go right? I don't know. I don't know. So they go nowhere, right? And so even it's like they said, like a dog chasing his tail, a hamster spinning the wheel. You're doing things, but you don't even know why you're doing it. Like I'm doing it just because. Like, but why? I don't know, just because I need something to do. Okay, like what do you hope to get out of it? What's the impact you hope to make? Right. So when you're doing that, and I was there for a while, right? I was there for a while, and I was okay with being there because it was better than where I was before. It was better than being on the streets. It was better than selling drugs. It was better than hustling. It was better than destroying my community, right? So like I did it, but my energy was scattered. Energy was scattered. Effort was inconsistent, right? And growth sometimes felt random. Like it was super random when I got my first award. Super random. First award, 2010, New York State King Award, uh, Man of Excellence. Yes, King Award. I forgot the sister's name who did it, but former Mayor David Dinkins was honored at that event. NBA analyst Chris Broussard was honored at the same event. And there was a bunch of people, man, a bunch of great black men were honored at that event. All right, 2010, November 19th at Black Spectrum Theater. Black Spectrum Theater, Queens? Yes, Black Spectrum Theater in Queens. Powerful event. It was like random because I was just doing random shit, right? And so like the growth was random, didn't have direction, and the discipline can feel exhausting. It can become exhausting, and to some degree, it was like because I was doing a whole lot, and it wasn't coherent, and I wasn't getting the results that I really wanted, right? However, I'm a special breed, and I was able to like kick that exhaustion and like, okay, we're gonna because I also quickly switched lanes, quickly like was able to identify exactly what I want to do. It's not just stop violence, it's not just do all this protesting and all that. No, I actually want to create a healed world. I want to create peace. I want to create a culture and communities of peace, right? Where people are thriving, where people are healthy, where people are able to communicate with each other, especially even when it's conflict, right? That's what I wanted to create, right? And so the discipline, it was on the verge of being exhausting, and maybe sometimes I felt tired, but I was able to like reorganize, reconfigure my movements, right? So now, what does purpose actually feel like? It's not always loud, right? Like it's not always, oh, I got it. This is it. Subtle, subtle. It's just something that pulls your attention. You keep finding yourself attracted to this thing. You keep finding yourself in the similar spaces, right? Like it pulls your attention and it feels meaningful. It feels like it matters. It feels like it's important, not just to you, but to others. And it makes you just want to wake up the next day, even when you're tired, even when you ain't getting no money from it, even when you see no progress being made. You just want to take another step. You just want to take another step. You just want to keep going. You just want to wake up another day and give it another shot, right? So it's not always fucking easy, but it feels right. It feels like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And quickly I came to understand that for me it was peace, keeping people alive, right? Specifically young people, also out of jail, right? Shooting each other, stabbing each other, like harming each other in that way. Those are the two things. And then it was health, mental health, physical health. My dad died at 11 years old. My older sister died at 14, right? It was those were the things. It was health and it was violence. First two things. And then again, clearly, food became a connection, right? Housing became a connection, right? Mental health, right? Deeper than just because the health at first it was just physical, but then it was like no, mental health is connected to a lot of violence in our neighborhoods. The fact that and some people disagree and say, well, they knew what they was doing. The fact that a person who lives in a neighborhood with another person where they have similar struggles, they may know each other, or they may have friends who know each other, their parents may have known each other, and the fact that I want to kill you, to me, in my perspective, my humble opinion, there's something mental, like there's a mental health challenge, right? Like, because you're willing to risk your life, take another life, and y'all got very similar lives. For what? Right? So I'm gonna say that that's absolutely a mental health challenge. Maybe not a mental illness. I mean, probably a mental illness. The fact that you want to kill your brother or kill your sister who looks just like you, who lives in the same neighborhood as you, or who lives in a different neighborhood but is experiencing similar reality as you, right? Whether it's some differences, mostly overwhelmingly similar, right? So your purpose is where your energy naturally wants to go. Where does it want to go? What do you wake up thinking about? I woke up at that time, and I still wake up thinking about health, optimal health. My dad died. I was 11 years old. The most painful moment of my life was when my mother said, "You know your father loved you, right? You know your father loved you." Like, what do you mean loved? I knew at 11, ED meant past tense. Like, what happened? Literally, what happened to daddy? I'm starting to cry now. What happened to daddy? And she was like, "Your father died." I was like, literally, like, oh, it hurt so much. Like, instantly it hurt. All right. So, like, fast forward, then my sister died 3 years later. All right. So now fast forward, I'm changing my life, right? I'm becoming conscious of the decisions I made and how they were negatively impacting my life, how they were negatively impacting my community, my family. All right, let's do something different. Where does my energy want to go? Again, it wants to go to creating peace in the neighborhood. Like, yo, we got to stop killing each other. I don't want my friends dying, and I don't want my friends going to jail. Right? It was that, and it was health. Energy naturally wanted to go there. It was a pull my attention. Right? And so when we talk about direction, when we talk about purpose, we're talking about direction over perfection. A lot of people want it to be perfect. It has to look a certain way. It has to look a certain way, right? Oh, I gotta have it all figured out. I gotta have the whole thing mapped out, A through Z, and back again and back again. And it's like, nah, you don't gotta have your whole life figured out, man. You just need to know where you're going, right? Like they say, you don't gotta know what's at the end of the mountain. You just gotta know that one step, one step, one step, one step, one step. You just got, what's the next step? What's the next step? Right. The next step is, all right, if I want to create a culture of peace, right? This is me. If I want to create a culture of peace, I want to create an environment where we are healthier. What's the next step for me? Because at first it was, y'all gotta stop, yo, we gotta stop killing each other. Then it was like, all right, I need to start responding to conflict differently. Right. That was my next step. I need to start responding to conflict differently. Then when it came to a healthier community, a healthier environment, it was like, what's the next step? Okay, I got to be healthier. I got to lead by example, right? Everybody's next step is different. And then the next step after I got to lead by example became, all right, let me provide better quality of food, right? First, let me provide food. Then you learn. All right, let me provide better quality of food, right? And then after, yo, all right, we got to create a culture of peace. So, all right, I'm gonna be that example of peace. All right, now let me get some young people and teach and talk and build and figure out what's the conflicts, right? So, depending on the direction that you are taking, right, that's rooted in your purpose, right, one way or another, you just gotta know your next step. You gotta know your next step because direction, you keep going, you keep stepping, builds a momentum, and the momentum movement creates the clarity. It's like a light bulb goes off, like, and I promise you, for a long time, right, I was again had direction, I had purpose, but I was still a little scattered. Just really until last year. I told Mona, like, last year, it really hit me at 41 years old. It really clicked. Like, all right, neural soul liberation. That's what, like, blending brain science, neuroscience with emotional alchemy and soul work, right? Those three is like, that's it. That's it. This is what I'm here to do. And then from there, right, more movement, right, more movement, more like, all right, oh, this is something I've never really done, blending this like this, and to put myself out there. Then came continuum, right, the concept for VR, immersive technology, like that can help people see a better life, right, like really see it clearly. Because as mentioned, one of the toughest things for some people to do is to see beyond their current circumstances. They are unhealthy. They are living in an impoverished community. They are in an abusive relationship. They have a chronic illness. They grew up in freaking inhumane conditions. They grew up without a parent, one parent, or both parents, or parent on drugs, or they grew up in an abusive household. They grew up in really tough conditions. It's hard to see life beyond that. Like, yeah, you can survive, you get a job, but you are weighed down constantly by your circumstances and your situation. So to be able to see beyond that, right? Like all of that, all of this clarity I have now, Now from there, right, connecting with Mona, and now she got Miss Juicy, and then she got the whole vibe, and it's like, oh shit, all of this connects. All of this connects to help build a whole human fully intact with self. Oh, and if it does that, then it can build a whole community fully intact with one another. It's like, oh shit. That clarity, that deep sense of clarity that I have right now when I talk about the world healing system comes from fucking movement. And the movement like created the momentum. I just got started and I go all the way back. It started with a fucking video camera. It started with a video camera that I got from someone addicted to drugs. Let me get your video camera. All right, cool. You selling it? All right, let me get that. All right. Thank you. And now, 18 years later, here we are with a deep sense of clarity and knowing my next steps. Okay, we want to elevate. Okay, cool. How do you elevate? All right, you got to separate. You got to detach. Detach from what? Everything that's holding me back. What's holding me back? Diet, sleep, right? Habits. Cool. One by one, slowly but surely, letting them go. Let the alcohol go, right? Let the stinking thinking go, right? Let this go. Let that go. Let it fucking go. And now, how it connects with everything, we talk about awareness is how you understand yourself, right? It was where you understand yourself, that awareness. The regulation, right, is how you control your state because things are going to come up. Even freaking the excitement is going to come up, but you got to be able to control your state. The discipline is when you take action. Like, what are the daily actions that I'm taking? Your environment supports your growth, right? Your environment supports your growth or can hinder it, right? But we're talking about creating a positive environment, creating a healthy environment, support your growth. And then your identity is who you're becoming, right? And we can always become someone new. Somebody said, I read and heard somewhere a while ago, it was like, it's never too late to become who you've always wanted to become. It's never too late. But you got to do the steps. Like, you got to do the work. It doesn't just happen like randomly, right? And so for me, right, as mentioned, right, but I'm gonna double down, like this work that I'm doing right now, building this world healing system, right, building these companies, building these brands, however you want to label it, is connected to something so much deeper than just building a business or building a brand. And it's not really like, yes, part of it is about me improving, but it's really not, because I improved. Like I tell people often, like the 3 goals I had when I came out of prison, I've accomplished them. Now it's about impact. It's about mission, right? It's about mission. Like, I am here. I know my mission, world healer. Like, this is what I'm here for, to heal the world and to make it a better place. So now this work is really about impact. It's about impact. It's about healing. It's about growth. And it's about building something that actually helps people, right? Long-term, sustainable help, sustainable healing, sustainable growth. And I believe the world healing system is that vehicle, is that thing that really helps people. Because I've helped people. I've helped people shift mindsets. I've helped people change diets. I've helped people get healthier. I've helped people in their relationships, whether husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend. I've helped parent and child and parent. I've helped siblings. I've helped a lot of people. I've helped people find clarity, right? I've helped people in so many different ways. Access to better food, right? I've helped people in so many different ways. So many different ways. But now I want to help people on a greater level. I want to help people systemically, right? Systematically. And so now that's when the world healing system comes into play. And that's when we actually build systems that can work without me, right? And I can just keep building more systems. But the fact that I'm building something that actually helps people and that I've always wanted, like, well, specifically the last 18 years, the last 10, 15 years, even more specific, like God started getting a little clear, because at first, again, videos, it was about like partly about me, partly about others, right? Like, but the last 10 to 15 years when the world healer came back, the world healer vision came back, heal the world, right? Because I was 7 when I first had that thought, first had that idea. Then I lost it through pain and through life's trials and tribulations. But then it came back to me. I got the tattoo. Like, yeah, this is who I am. Tattooed this on my hand, so in case I forget, I said tattooed on my right hand in case I ever forget. All I could do is look at my right hand and remember, like, this is who I am. This is my purpose. World healer. Heal the world and make it a better place. I don't want to forget. I could be overwhelmed. Life could be happening, and I can forget. But I got a reminder inked into my body, right? Like, I don't want to forget. And the commitment to build something that actually helps people on a larger scale, it's what gave it direction. Okay, this is the way we're going. we gotta go this way, we go that way, we go that way. And so there's some practical ways that you find direction, right? What are they? It's 3 questions you can ask yourself. I mentioned them earlier, right? Double down. What pulls my attention naturally? What do you naturally care about? Is it art? Is it dance? Is it film? Is it technology? Is it science? Is it biology? Is it different kind of science? Right? Is it knitting? Right? Is it freaking, is it it could be anything, right? Is it health? Is it better food? Is it exercise and fitness? Is it mindfulness and meditation? Right? Is it helping seniors? Is it helping seniors or people close to transitioning? Right? Like what pulls my attention naturally is just pulling me in that direction. Right? And how do you find that? It's like, where do I constantly find myself? What do I constantly find myself talking about or engaging in or caring about? Right? Which goes to the next one, right? What do I care about deeply? For me, I cared about people, young people from the hood, not killing each other, not being killed and not going to prison. That's what I care about deeply. And then I cared about health. Health. It was in my mind at the time, no reason that my father, yes, he was, I guess, a little older, 66. No reason he should have died when his baby boy is 11, right? So what I care about deeply, longevity, stomach cancer, not ever getting sick. I care about deeply our health, not getting sick. So not just like living and like being physically fit, like being able to lift weights, do push-ups, but like now, like I care about what we put in our body, right? What do I care about deeply? Then the third way is, where do I feel I can make an impact? Where do I feel I can make an impact? For me, it was, okay, I know I can make an impact in this violence movement, right? I'm young at the time. Well, I'm still young, but I was younger at the time, right? In my 20s, just came from prison, violent crime, been shot, fought a lot, right? The people know. So I think I can make an impact in this space. I think I can speak from my perspective and speak about my new direction and how I want all of us to just live, right? And so like whenever, like I've been in the Bronx, in the hood, Patterson and Edenwall and Castle Hill talking about it. I've been in Brooklyn, Brownsville, and East New York and Bed-Stuy and different neighborhoods talking about it. I've been in Queens, we've been in Harlem, right? We even been in Staten Island talking about it. So like wherever I go, I can share that reality, and every person wants the same thing. They don't want to go to jail. Not really. Some may not give a fuck, right? Like, yo, it's whatever. Like, but really, like, if you could stay home, would you? Absolutely. If you could live longer, would you? Absolutely. So nobody really wants to go to jail and they don't want to get killed, right? So like, I can share that, and I've shared that. I've shared that in Compton, in LA, in Vegas, in Baltimore, in DC, right? Like, I've shared that with different types of people in different, like in different environments, and it's been the same response. Hey, you right? Yo, you right? Yeah. And then the question is, how do we get there? And before, right, I would be able to give answers, but it was like based on me. But now I think my answer, what I can give now, if someone asks me, is kind of rooted in like a more general perspective, right? More general way of life, right? Is get this, get that, right? But you start there. You start, where can I make an impact, right? What do I care about deeply? What pulls my attention naturally? What pulls my attention naturally? When you talk about what direction am I going in, you start there. And you don't need perfect clarity. You don't need to have it all clear. It could be a little hazy, a little fuzzy, a little, you just need honest direction. This is something I honestly care about. And what's the first thing I can do? What's the next thing I can do? Research, talk to somebody, right? Start the business, look it up. Is it like, it's always a next step. Always a next step. So that's all you need is honest direction. Direction that's rooted in honesty. And that's where you uncover, discover, align with your purpose. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I know that what I'm doing right now, speaking, leading young people in meditation, right? Leading people in general in meditation, facilitating grief group, right? Hosting media shows, right? Fasting, right? This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is my purpose, to heal the world. How do you heal the world? By healing yourself first, right? And making you the example. And so like my direction from this purpose of optimal healing and wellness, right? That's the purpose, to create a more healed world, is I got to be the best example out there. So I got to be the healthiest person on earth. I got to be the healthiest person on earth, so that this thing really grows and really skyrockets, and I can really create the impact, right? The impact Help other people realize that you could come from the worst. You could have the mental health challenges. You got the physical challenges, cancer, diabetes, heart disease could run in your family. 3 siblings passed. 3 siblings. 3 siblings. 3. 3 siblings. All had the same mother and father passed from cancer. Father passed from cancer. Their mother passed from cancer. How? And then how do I break that? Right? So how do I create, like, by being the example of what health is and how we can live healthy lives while still being quote unquote lit, while still enjoying food, while still like living life, right? Because I think that at some point when I was younger and I thought about health, it was like corny, right? Because it's like, oh, you eating only salad, right? Oh, you corny, like, okay, you work out every day, but like your personality is what? Right? So like you could be healthy and lit, fit and lit, right? Like you could be that person. It's just honest direction, man. Honest direction. Where are you going? Where are you going? And the question, like, where do I want to go? Right? You can ask yourself, like, where do I want to go? All right, this is who I am. This is what I've experienced. All these experiences, all of these things made me who I am today. Okay, this is my purpose. All right, my purpose is to teach. That's my purpose, to teach. All right, let's say if that's your purpose, to teach, to educate, right, to inform, right? Okay, cool. Where do I go from here? Do I go get a job as an educator? Do I social media world? Do I start creating educational content for people? Right? Do I start my own school? Right? Do I go back to school? Right? Like, do I start a small group? What do I do? I know my purpose. I'm here to educate. I'm here to teach people stuff. I got a lot of knowledge, a lot of experiences, and I just have a thirst for educating our young people, educating our adults, my peers, whatever the case may be. What's the next step? And so the question for you all tonight is, what direction are you moving in right now? What direction are you moving in? And I don't want to confuse direction, right, or movement for progress. Because all motion ain't forward motion. You could be moving backwards. You could be moving side to side, again, like a freaking dog chasing his tail. Right? So like, what direction are you moving in right now? For me, I'm moving in the direction of being the healthiest person on earth and being the wealthiest person on earth. And then you ask yourself, after asking what direction am I moving in, is it intentional? Is it intentional? One of the things about continuum is, who are you becoming, and are you becoming it on purpose? I mentioned multiple times, very often we become people who we don't know how we got there. Unhealthy, overweight, violent, miserable. How did I get here? How did I become so miserable? How did I become so violent? How did I become addicted to drugs? How did I become addicted to alcohol? How did I find myself here? It's just happening, happenstance, right? So intentionality, right? And so before tomorrow, man, choose a direction. Choose a direction. It doesn't have to be forever. Directions can change. You could be going this way and pivot and go that way and stop, pause, reverse, go back this way, skirt around the corner. Right? So choose a direction. Again, not forever, just for right now. And take one step toward it. Take one step toward that direction. One step in that direction. Right? One step. Whatever it is. It's on you. Right? And you got to be comfortable with the direction that you are moving in. Right? And so yeah, that's the stream for tonight, guys. All right. And obviously the daily question always is, what are you letting go? What's one thing you are letting go? One thing you're willing to let go? One thing you know you need to let go in your life, or one adjustment you need to make in your life, right? One direction that you are choosing to move starting now, a new direction, continued direction, right? What is it? What's the one thing that you're doing tonight, tomorrow, differently than what you've been doing? Right? You can drop that in the motherfucking comments. And lastly, you don't gotta have it all figured out. I know a lot of people will tell you, a lot of people may preach, have it all figured out. You gotta have it all mapped out, A through Z, have the whole roadmap. And some people may have that, and that's fucking beautiful for them. That's great work, right? But you don't gotta have it all figured out. You just need to be moving with intention. That's it. Move with intention. Move mindfully. Right? Everything that you do with intention, do with your mind in it, do with your heart in it, do it after thinking, after meditating, after breathing on it, like, all right, this is what we're doing. All right, this is what we're doing. And so A disciplined life without direction is just movement without meaning. You could be disciplined. You could be very disciplined. You wake up every day, same time. You do the same exercise. You do the same thing. You do the writing. But if you don't know where you're going, there's movement. There's no meaning. And then, because there are very disciplined people who still are unfulfilled because they don't know where they're going. Like, there's no direction. It's just like I'm here. I'm disciplined. I know I need to be disciplined. Whether it was I was raised that way, whether I was in a program or in a service, or I developed the discipline over time, but I don't know where I'm going. I know a few people like that. Very disciplined. Very disciplined. Certain things they just don't engage in. They just don't do. They just discipline. But they also, some of them, not all of them, of course, some of them feel meaningless. They're living meaningless lives. They're not fulfilled. Right. And so, yeah, that's our stream. So Fu said, I'm sharpening my ability as an organizer by analyzing the resources around me. Ashe. I'm sharpening my ability as an organizer by analyzing the resources around me. And that is a beautiful thing, my brother. I salute you on that. And guys, that's our stream for tonight. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. This shit is tiring. This shit is exhausting. 10,000 steps a day. All right. A couple of sets of workout a day. All right. No food. Streaming twice a day. All right. Only day I don't stream twice is Saturday. We stream once Saturday night because we don't do a morning show on Saturday. But 6 days a week, twice a day is a lot. Once a day on Saturday. While still emotionally having to process some shit. Right. Leaving the crib that's been home for nearly 7 years. Stuff with my children. Shit is a lot. Right. But we're here. We're doing this shit. Day 14 is pretty much a wrap, right? We wake up tomorrow. It's going to be day 15. 15 days and then 30 days. And one day by day, though. Day by day. But I need to kind of group that shit so, like, it makes sense. Like okay, we're closer and closer and closer. We're closer than when we started, right? Closer than when we started. But yeah, tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow we are talking about why people stay stuck. I'm going to go deeper into that. Why people stay stuck. Oh. Excuse me. Yo, but listen, I'm out of here. NEPPC, thank you so much for tuning in. I love you, brother. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. Tell a friend and tell a friend. If you haven't already, please support the campaign. $10 helps. $20 helps. $5 helps. You got $5, drop it into the campaign and give brother. I promise you it makes a big difference, even just emotionally for me. Share it with 5 friends. And tell them what you're sharing. Like, don't just share it with them. Like, encourage them to contribute. Like, yo, listen, my brother, and I'm creating a document tomorrow. I'm gonna post it on my socials. Yo, my brother, my friend, Sugar Ray, is doing this dope thing. I'm all in supporting him. I think you'll be interested in supporting this as well. If you got a couple dollars, like read this. If you can contribute, please contribute. Like, send a message with the shit when you send it, right? Don't just send it. Because people like, fuck you sending, right? And they might not even say anything because it's like, yeah. All right. But that's all we got tonight, man. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Peace.